Alright, this is a game in the T-54 prototype, the Tier 8 Russian Premium Medium Tank on Fjords. And in this particular, it's a rather short video, but I just wanted to talk specifically about bullying and why it's okay in some certain circumstances. And so when you have a matchup like this, where in this game where I'm the only tier 8 on my team, there's only one tier 8 on the other team, you have to look at the lineups and you have to understand that you can bully most of the tanks there, that frontally a lot of those tanks are going to struggle to penetrate through the front of your tank frontally. And so you want to be sure that you play aggressive, you want to be sure that you are the one that's pushing the tempo in these types of situations, because you do have the advantage and it's on you in order to make it happen. So I think this is one of the questions that I get a lot, is that people say, oh, well, when I play in my tier 10, I don't do as well as playing in the tier 9 from the same tank, even if or from the same line, even though it plays very similarly. And I think a lot of it is just identifying situations where you can bully and then just not letting up, just bully. And that's sort of the theme of this game in particular. And one of the reasons why it's a reasonably fast game is because I don't let up. I don't allow anything that's lower tier than me to have a chance, and that's sort of important to do. And particularly on Fjords, playing through this area tends to be pretty powerful. So all you need is one person to back you up. In this case, we don't have anybody backing us up, which is not fantastic, but if somebody comes around through the back, all we have to do is just back down here and just make sure that our frontal armor is faced that way. I've said many times during the stream that playing this plateau where this T-25 AT is at is very, very bad from that west spawn, because the east spawn has the advantage to do exactly what I'm doing, which is to just drive up here and just bully you from underneath. Where they're at is not entirely already safe. If they move away even just a little bit from that wall, like where that 3001D is at, they can get hit by artillery. And so it's not a very good place to play from the west, but you still see a lot of people go there. And so during this time, what I'm doing is we've identified that their IS-6 is on the south. So I know that I'm on a timer, and he should be thinking the same thing. He's got to bully harder than I bully, and if he doesn't, then I'm going to give us a good chance to win. And if he does, then it's going to be on our team.
It's a trap.
So I need to finish clearing through here. We still don't have any back support, which is fine. But we're gonna need to see how that AT-15 is sort of moving up towards where we're at, but the IS just appeared behind us, so we're gonna need to turn around and deal with these guys. And their IS-6 is on that horizon over there by our AT-15. We also have the T-28 concept over in that middle area, sort of in that F6, F7. So he's going to occupy the IS-6 for a little bit, but we're going to get some good shots. And when you're shooting at an IS-6 on the side like this, don't shoot it right in the middle like I just did. Shoot it like more on the engine deck side. And then in this case, when I look at this map, we're doing okay through this north side. We sent a bunch of our tanks up there, so I'm not as concerned about that. I just want to make sure that these guys don't get any ideas down here. We know that their 2 tier 7 heavy tanks are down here, and so I want to make sure that these guys don't really go anywhere. And this is another situation where I can bully. The Tiger P technically can have a pretty good pen, but this guy has a stock turret, which suggests that he has the smaller gun. Which means that we're going to be able to bully him as well. And so he starts with AP and he switches to APCR. APCR has a little bit better pen, but it's still going to struggle to beat me in a lot of these cases. And their IS is not helping. See how like every shot that I take on the Tiger P, it doesn't really. When I take a shot on the Tiger P, the IS is not trying to help the Tiger P, and of course the Tiger P is also not moving, which is nice for me. And then all I gotta do is angle my front a little bit more, and then it's gonna make it difficult for even the APCR to pen. And we're doing okay on the north, so I'm not too worried about that. It's just a matter of clearing these guys up, and that's pretty much the ball game. And for some reason, this IS is firing HE. And we have some guys coming through this middle, but a little too late. HE does not do damage every time, no matter what you might have heard. And then it's just pretty much mop up from there. But the important thing to note is that we always pressed someplace. We identified where the biggest threat to us was, that IS-6. We knew that he was on the south, so he was not on our side. And so that means that you got to be able to clear up your side as quickly as possible. And so that's the important thing of not only playing if you're the only top tier, but even if you're, again, playing in a tier 10, I think the problem that a lot of people have is that they don't properly identify when they should be bullying people. When they're up against a tier 8 and a tier 10, that they should just crush them. That there shouldn't be any doubt. There shouldn't be any speculation. You should just push into them. Yeah, maybe they get a shot of damage. Yeah, maybe they get 2 shots of damage, but you take out their entire tank and you just completely devastate them. And that's really what you need to do in these types of games. Okay, so if we look at the stats, it reflects essentially what I said. Even though the match was only, 5 minutes and 20 seconds long, we cleaned house, right? We basically just pushed through the middle, cleaned the middle, turned around, and cleaned up that sort of F line there. And by the time that was over, we still had a lot of health if we needed to clear the north, if we lost on that north. There was still a lot of opportunity for us to clean house if we needed to, but we didn't need to, and in large part that's because we did just bully when we had the opportunity, and we didn't let up. We didn't allow that T-25 AT to get a single shot of damage. I don't think he took a single shot, and that's what you need to do. You need to just put your foot on them and not let them up. And that's what playing top tier is all about. And that's why it's the same thing when you play at tier 10. Everything is lower than you, so identify when you're going to bully and just crush. And don't wait, don't hesitate, don't allow them to reposition, don't allow them to get away, don't allow them to get reinforced. Just crush. Don't be afraid of it. Now, so I hope that was helpful for identifying when you have advantages and really, really making the most of it. I think that's particularly important when you have that advantage to actually utilize it. So thanks for watching.